So welcome to all, one and all. So first we will take a quick opinion poll, then I will introduce the guest speaker for the day. Okay. So if you are already into the menti.com, you should have an option to attend this opinion poll. The poll is like, what is your opinion about Rahu, Ketu and Sani? It can be your personal experience on the Dasa Bhakti, or it can be your understanding if you are learning astrology, so whatever. Okay, I got one response, Malefics. What else do you think? Bad boys. Oh, somebody is on to the topic.
Sir, unable to do so, menti.com.
Okay. And if you type menti.com, it will ask a code. Okay.
And the code is?
663038.
Okay.
Okay, Moksha Karaga, karmic planets, unpredictable. Okay. Then what else? Spiritual. Rahu, Maya. Oh, illusion. Right. Saturn is a hard teacher. That's really interesting. Liberators of soul, maximizer, justice, taskmaster. Okay. Then what else? Okay, so many people answered like karmic planets. That's interesting. Maya. Okay. Ketu, higher spiritual. Okay. Okay, what else? Saturn period got me into. Okay. Rewards. Then what else? I'll give a few more minutes for others to respond. But most people feel it's a karmic planet. That's really interesting. Make or break. Liberators of soul. Okay. Discipline. Ketu, feeling aloof. Okay. Okay, good. Thanks for all your response. Let me get into this session. Okay. So welcome back to another guest speaker session from Innovative Astro Solution. In fact, Saturn is often referred as a notorious planet in Vedic astrology. In fact, many people still have a lot of myths and confusions about malefic planets in Vedic astrology. So in order to clear all those myths and confusion, I have invited expert astrologer Sri Vijay Kumar to speak on the topic. I know Sri Vijay Kumar sir from 2018. I was a avid fan for his writing on Quora. He has a very unique style of explaining the complex topic in a very simple manner with a very good sense of humor. So I read a lot of his answers on Quora, and I usually follow his answers. So Sir has a master degree in commerce, and he also done MBA HR. So he is right now practicing as a full-time astrologer. So without further delay, let me welcome Sir. It is a great honor to have you here today to talk on this particular topic.
Thank you, Muthu. Thank you so much.
Sure, sir. Sure, sir. And one more thing, like his book, Bad Boys of Astrology, is one of the very interesting book, and it is the highest rated astrology book on Amazon with overall rating of 4.7 stars. So whoever want to follow this particular topic in deep, you can buy his book on Amazon. And if you wanted to contact him, you can contact him through honestastrologer.com. Okay. So I will leave it for Sir to start the session. Before that, for audience, please hold your Q&A for the end of the session. So we will allocate 30 minutes for Q&A. So if at all you have any doubts during the session, please make a note. And you can, after the end of the session, you can enter those queries in the menti.com. So it will automatically display here, and Sir will answer one after the other. Okay. So definitely we'll answer all the queries. So I'll go on mute. so that there won't be any
All right.
disturbance.
Thank you, Muthu. Thank you so much. I'm honored to be here. Usually, I don't think I'm worthy of teaching astrology to anyone, but I'll still do my best. Thank you everyone for joining. I'm honored to have you. So this session will happen on Rahu, Ketu, and Shani, which happen to be my favorite planets. Okay. Now, so we'll keep it very interactive. Okay. So when we say Rahu, Ketu, and Shani, most of us we get scared. Oh, Rahu aa gaya, this is going to happen. Ketu Dasha, you will lose this. Shani Dasha, oh, it's very hard. And there is some truth to it. Okay. But as astrologers, these three are our best friends. Okay. And if the Vidya of astrology exists, it exists because of these three only. Muthu, can we go to the next slide, please? Yeah. So where do 90% of the clients come from? So anybody who has been in astrology would know that 90% people come to you in a Rahu, Ketu or a Shani, Antardasha or Mahadasha. Muthu, correct me if I'm wrong.
Sorry, I was on mute.
Yeah.
Okay.
So 90% of our clients come in Rahu, Ketu or Shani period. Yes or no?
Yes, true.
Yeah. So I did a data analysis. I'm from corporate background. I was doing my corporate HR and everything. But when I started astrology, it was a very strange coincidence. Everybody will come and one of these three would get involved. So if you are an astrologer or a budding astrologer or want a career in astrology, these three are your annadatas. Okay. Nobody will ever come to you in a Buddha Shukra Dasha or a Guru Buddha Dasha or something like that. 90% will come in a Rahu Ketu or a Shani period. So our job is like that of a doctor, right? So until unless somebody is pain is not going to come to you,
Right.
Now, so we astrologers, we have to thank these three for our daily bread, okay? And this data made me dig deep into these three because it was the 90% of my consultations happened around these. So I did a thorough research, even wrote a book. And if you see the photograph on the book, doesn't look a lot like me. That's actually my father. So he was my first guru. So in his honor, I just used his photograph on the book. So the legend has it that the sorrows of humanity were divided between these three. That's why I nicknamed them the bad boys of astrology. Now, there was a famous song, Bad Boys, What You Gonna Do When They Come For You. So the number one thing you do is you try to understand them. Okay? It is not always bad. These three have three typical type of energies which we must understand if we want to make something out of these three. So if you understand them, you will be able to make more use of them. For example, if somebody comes to me in a Shani Dasha, I ask them, how many hours a day do you work? Sir, 8 hours. Brother, work 12 hours. Somebody comes in a Ketu Dasha, how many hours you work? Sir, 8 hours. Work for 5 hours. Yeah, we'll get into the detail when we come to it. Now, no, just go back. I'm not done. Yeah.
Okay.
So there is a Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde side of these two planets. They have a good side and a bad side. Some of the richest people, most powerful people have a powerful Shani or Rahu. You do not have power and control without these two planets. Okay. In terms of money, both is number 3. These top 2 planets are Shani and Rahu, especially if they sit in your 11th or your 2nd house. And Ketu, what Ketu gives, no other planet can give, and we'll talk about it. So once you understand their good side, their bad side, when you make friends with them, right? If you have ever gone to school, if you make friends with the bad boys, the dada log, your life is set. Okay, nobody messes with you. So as an astrologer, we need to understand and make friends with these three. And this is what we are going to do in this session. And one thing I want you guys to remember, they do not cause, they indicate. Okay. We say, oh, Shani sitting in the first, a person will be miserly. No, the person is miserly, that is indicated by Shani. Okay. Rahu sitting in the first, very stubborn. Rahu made him stubborn. No, Rahu shows that he is stubborn. They indicate, they do not cause. Clear? So next slide. So we'll start with Rahu and Ketu. I'm sure all of you know that they were born through the Samudra Manthan legend, right? In Samudra Manthan, when the pot of Amrit came out, there was a big war between the Devtas and the Rakshasas. Okay. So Bhagwan Vishnu came there in his Mohini avatar and offered to distribute Amrit to both the parties together equally. But since Lord knew that if Rakshasas become immortal, everybody is in trouble, so he played a trick. He gave Amrit to the Devtas and Vish to the Rakshasas. Okay. And while he was doing this, only one person was able to see what was going on. His name was Swarbhanu, a demon named Swarbhanu. So what Swarbhanu did, he realized that they are being tricked. So he changed his wish, became a Devta and sat in the side of the Devta queue and got a drop of Amrit from Lord Vishnu. And he happened to drink it. The moment this happened, sun and moon noticed it, indicate to Lord Vishnu, and he threw his Sudarshan Chakra, beheading him. But by then he had swallowed the drop of Amrit. So he became immortal. His head became Rahu and his torso became Ketu. And this is a very big indicator on how these planets operate and what they are. So Rahu has no heart. He has only a head. Okay. So, there is a phrase in Hindi called Shaitan Khopdi. What is Shaitan Khopdi? Shaitan Khopdi is Rahu, a demon head without a heart. So, you will find politicians with a very strong Rahu. You will find scamsters with a very strong Rahu. You will find criminals with a very strong Rahu. Second part is Ketu. Ketu has no head, he has only heart. So, Ketu is very permanent in the charts of saints, in the charts of nice people, in the charts of social workers. Okay. And these two opposites, they stay 7 houses away from each other. They are absolute opposites. Okay. So we'll talk about them one by one. Now, Muthu, let's get started with Rahu. So for me, the one character that represents Rahu is the Joker from Batman movie. Okay. Unpredictable, chaotic, criminal, gangster, politician, but he's the most fun you can have. Right? As an astrologer, all of your entertainment comes through Rahu. Okay. So Rahu, I call him the left hand of Ma Kali. For example, we say the planet of the Devta of moon is Shiva. True? Hello? So guys, feel free to answer. Let's make it a two-way.
Yes.
Okay. Now, in every photograph, you see Shiva carrying moon on his head, right? What is Rahu? Rahu is a severed head of a demon. Okay. Who carries the severed demon head? Ma Kali, right? And you will typically see that Kali carries him in his left hand, in her left hand. So if there is one power in the universe that can control a chaotic planet like Rahu, that is Ma Kali. Clear?
Right. Yep.
Now, if you will go into some mythology and history, there are some people who say for Rahu you should pray to Ma Saraswati. And I beg to differ. Okay. Saraswati is for Guru Buddha and Shukra maybe. But Rahu is a demonic planet. Okay. Rahu is the planet of dacoits, right? Rahu rules all the criminals, all the dakus and rebels and everything. So whenever you will see, whenever they go to rob somebody or attack something, they will never say Jai Shri Krishna or Jai Ma Saraswati. What would they say? They would typically say Jai Bhavani. Right? And thugs of Hindustan, the original thugs, they were all Kali worshippers. So Rahu is a planet which is blamed for everything, but there are some really good sides of it. Okay. But let's try to understand him. I have written an article which is called Understanding Rahu. So if you go to my website, honestastrologer.com, or even if you Google Understanding Rahu, you will get it on the first page, first or second rank. So Rahu is all head and no heart. Okay. So with Rahu, he is a very restless planet. When you are all head and no torso, you can eat how much you want, but you will never be satiated. Okay. So wherever Rahu sits, that place gets boosted. Rahu takes more and more and more out of that particular house. So typically, very rich people, you will find Rahu in 11th or 2nd. Okay. Very creative people, you will find Rahu in the 5th. Wherever Rahu sits, that's the booster of your chart. That is the place your focus would happen. Okay. Rahu wants more, and more. Rahu's Nara is chain ek pal nahi aur koi hal nahi. He is always hungry. He always wants more. That is why in a Rahu Mahadasha, you will always see that a person is never happy no matter what he or she achieves. I am yet to meet a Rahu Mahadasha person who did not tell me, sir, I deserve more, I don't get it. And I'm talking about some very rich people who made crores in their 20s. No, sir, I deserve more, I'm not getting enough. So I was like, boss, this is Rahu speaking. This is not you. So Rahu is in unsatiable greed. Pet nahi bharta iska. He's always hungry. Okay. Second thing, he is always restless. If Rahu had a theme song, it would be Chain Ek Pal Nahi Aur Koi Hal Nahi. It's a very Rahu song. Okay, if you will Google that, you will understand. It has a very Rahu, restless energy, a nice song, but a very disturbing song. Okay. For the record, Rahu rules rock music. तोड़ देंगे, फोड़ देंगे, drugs, rock and roll, all that nonsense. Recently, drug bust, underworld, Bollywood. For the record, Bollywood is not Shukra. Bollywood is 10% Shukra, 90% Rahu. That is why you have this underworld, drugs, everything, and that same goes for Hollywood. Okay. Politics, again, Rahu is the planet of politics. In most politicians' chart, you will often find a Sun Rahu or a Moon Rahu combination. Okay. Then, Rahu is the planet of marriages. I especially wanted to say this one because many people come, when will I get married? I did not get married in my Shukra. Arey bhai, wait for Rahu. Rahu is the planet of marriages. Can anybody tell me why? Take a guess. Anybody? No, Hitesh, not marital sukh. There is something else. Okay. Okay. So basically, the biggest thing that Rahu represents. So guys, my request, once you are done saying, go on mute. Okay. So the basic thing that Rahu represents is illusions. Okay. Somebody said yearning for the other half. Sort of okay, but Ketu never yearns for the second half. So hardly anybody gets married during Ketu. Divorces you will find Ketu. Okay. Rahu gives illusions. What is modern marriage? Isn't it an illusion? Boy thinks girl is going to keep me happy. Girl thinks boy is going to take care of me, and both of them regret. Yeah. So modern marriages are ruled by Rahu. Rahu is passion. I want this. I want a companion now. In Punjab, we nicknamed it Byahu. Okay. If you will go, I can very safely tell you 50% of the marriages you will find a Rahu Mahadasha or a Rahu Antardasha. Go and look at it. Okay. But there is a good side of Rahu which most of us do not realize. Okay. Rahu is the rebel. Rahu is the go-getter. If you and I are sitting here talking to each other, it is because of the internet. Right? Who is the lord of the internet? Rahu. All kind of technology, Rahu. Anything that challenges the system, Rahu. People might tell you, I'll take a moment to comment on Chandal Yoga. You know, people at times panic. My son has a Chandal Yoga. What should I do? Should I do Shanti of it? I'm like, don't do it. It's a very good yoga to have. You know, you have to keep in mind Deshkala Parasthiti. In the old times when there were Vedic system, Chandal Yoga people would challenge the system. They would go against the laws of the universe. They would go against the learned rishis. Okay. But in today's world, Rahu, Guru, Chandal Yoga, similarly they challenge the system, but today the system is corrupt. That is why it is a very good yoga. You will find Chandal Yoga in the chart of intellectuals, in the chart of entrepreneurs. I have a Chandal Yoga. I have never agreed with the system. Okay. Rahu is the ninja. Okay. When sun goes corrupt, Shani will never challenge the young, never challenge sun. Shani is the sevak. Rahu challenges the sun. Right? Shani is going to serve the sun. Mangal is going to defend the sun. Rahu is the one who is going to challenge. Every revolutionary in the world has had a strong Rahu. From Che Guevara to Mahatma Gandhi, whosoever challenged the system had a very strong Rahu. Okay. Anybody now, without greed, you wouldn't grow out of the cave. We would have been happy with our kheti badi and living in huts. Rahu wants more. Okay. Rahu wants an AC. Rahu wants a laptop. Rahu wants an iPhone. Rahu wants 5G. So there is a good side of Rahu. Any kind of ambition and progress cannot happen without Rahu. Clear? Let's go to the next slide. Now, Rahu Mahadasha, I call it the palace of illusions. Rahu is the planet of illusions, Maya, the child of Maya. So if you will Google Rahu Mahadasha or you will search on Honest Astrologer, you will find an article. If you Google it, it is on the first page or the second page. And we have shared the links. So Muthu, you might want to share the links with them.
Sure. Yeah, I will do that.
So whenever somebody comes to me with a Rahu Mahadasha, I tell them, boss, Rahu tumhe picture dikhayega. Rahu is going to show you a movie. So Rahu Mahadasha, there are a lot of illusions that happen. A person is in continuous chase. Rahu is the planet of greed. With Rahu Dasha, I often have a joke. It's a North Indian joke. We say, truck ki batti ke piche laga deta hai. You know, somebody puts you behind a running truck. If that is your goal, go chase it. And a person keeps chasing it. Then Rahu, one dream ends, Rahu Guru, other dream starts again, chasing another illusion. So this entire cycle goes on for the next 18 months. A person always wants something. Because Rahu is the planet of greed. And rule number one of Rahu Dasha, you start to look, feel, act and behave like the Mahadasha Lord. Clear? Somebody in a Shani Dasha will feel very labored. Somebody in a Buddha Dasha, his mind will work like this. Similarly, somebody in a Rahu Dasha will become very obsessed, very ambitious, very greedy. Okay. Now, how does Rahu screw you? Rahu is an energy which will make you create your own trap. Okay. Rahu will make you obsessed. Rahu will make you desperation. You know, the British told us desperate means call for desperate measures. They did not tell us desperate measures lead to bad disasters. That part 2 is missing. I am adding it. Never take a desperate measure. Rahu is going to make you desperate. Okay. How do you become desperate? Favorite Rahu trick, comparison. Okay. You go on LinkedIn, some idiot who studied with you in class 10 has become a CEO. Now you want to become a CEO. On Facebook, some distant cousin is traveling Europe with her husband. Now you want to take a vacation loan, go to Europe. Somebody made a lot of money. You just saw him buy a new Mercedes. Now you go rush and invest in share market. That is how Rahu does. Okay. You go, Rahu is going to make you compare yourself with others. You take a panga and then you regret. People will go, I deserve more, I deserve better salary. They'll go take some stupid job and in the end they'll be unemployed. I deserve more money. Invest your money in share market. Time over. I want to have a girlfriend. I want to have a boyfriend. You often have a bad relationship. That is how Rahu screws you. Now we will quickly talk about your, how to avoid this. Okay. I would like to take a short, 1 or 2 sentence comment on Mahadashas, Antardashas. So every planet has 9 Antardashas. With Rahu, you need to be especially scared of Rahu Shani and Rahu Moon. Rahu Shani crushes. How does it crush? Anybody who's going through Rahu Shani, is there anyone? Rahu Shani or Shani Rahu period? Somebody who has gone through it? Okay. I want you to, confirm if what I'm saying is true. Okay. If there is something that is supposed to happen in 10 days, when in Rahu influence, you say my job should happen in 2 days. Okay. Shani comes on the other side and says, boss, since you are acting over smart, if a job happens in 10 days, your job will happen in 25 days. Yeah. So the inner desperation and outer harsh reality, they crush a person. You want to see somebody who's really desperate and frustrated, go to a Rahu Shani. Manish Manchanda ji, am I right? The inner desperation of Rahu and outer restriction of Shani is really harsh. I tell these people, boss, keep your head down, keep working. Let this 2.5 years pass. It is going to crush you, but you should assume my job will happen only after 25 days. Everything will happen at a slow pace. By being desperate, I'll make it worse. That is how you control Rahu. Okay. Had it been Rahu, Guru, yes, even if Shani is Yoga Karaka, it depends where Shani is sitting. We'll come to Shani. Okay. So Rahu, Shani crushes a person. You want to see a man really desperate and frustrated, you go to a Rahu Shani person. Second period which really scares me is the Rahu Moon period. Moon is the Karaka of mind and Rahu absolutely hates him. Whenever you want to see somebody who's depressed, go to a Rahu Moon guy. Until unless his moon is like really strong, either in Taurus or Sagittarius, I can guarantee he'll be in depression. And if somebody has a Rahu Moon together in chart, just ask them, how's your depression, and just, look at the reply. So how many of you have Rahu Moon in your charts? Nobody? Okay, good for you. So Rahu Moon people are the ones who need continuous psychological counseling. And anybody undergoing a Rahu Moon period need to keep them calm. Rahu is going to scare you. Okay, I had written once, Rahu barks, Ketu bites. Remember this. Okay, Rahu doesn't have hand and feet. Okay, even if he has to screw you, he has to whisper in your ear so that you jump from the roof. Okay. So Rahu Moon is going to scare you a lot. Okay. Now, apart from these two, the rest of it is not all that bad unless you have a really bad Rahu in your chart. And especially, I personally hate an 8th house Rahu. What is the solution? The solution is focus and gratitude. The good side of Rahu is that he focuses very well. Remember, when everybody was oogling Mohini, he was the only guy who had his focus on the Amrit Ka Gada. Okay, that is why he was able to go and get it. Second thing, how do you dull the Rahu sword of desperation? The answer is gratitude. Okay. Anybody going through a Rahu Mahadasha, please make a gratitude list. Read it twice every day. Thank God for whatever you have. So that greed, that desperation doesn't eat you up. It doesn't make you jump in a gadda. Okay. And yes, praying to Ma Kali and doing Rahu mantra, keeping Rahu yantra, they all help. But most important thing is focus and gratitude. Rahu Mahadasha people, focus, gratitude, focus, gratitude, focus, gratitude, no desperation. Okay? Move to next slide now. So I would like to take a 5-minute open session on Rahu before we move to Ketu. Anyone who has any questions, any comments can speak.
So can we take the Q&A at the last? So
Okay,
that
fair enough. We'll take it in the last. So
Yeah.
please make a note of it. Second thing, let's lose our head with Ketu the monk. Okay. Ketu is the left hand of Ganesha. Why is Ketu related to Ganesha? Anybody? Feel free to answer.
Mahadasha starting Ketu.
No head, sir.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Ganesha originally is a torso without a head, right? What is Ketu? A torso without a head. So Ketu is the left hand of Ganesha. Okay. And Ketu is the monk. Ketu is the sannyasi. Okay. Ketu has a different motto. ये दुनिया अगर मिल भी जाए तो क्या है? He has turned his back on the world. You want to meet a man who is absolutely not interested in the world, go to somebody undergoing a Ketu period. He will talk very absurd things. I have lived every day of Ketu. I can tell it by my personal experience. Okay. Now, how do you become a spiritual? You lose this. Goli maar bheje mein. Okay. When you lose your head, you lose your ego, you lose your ahankar, you lose your chalaki. Okay. When you lose everything, you become a man of God. Okay. Now, second thing, it's a planet of losses and heartbreaks. 50 to 60% marriages happen in Rahu. 70%, 60% divorces happen in Ketu. Remaining goes to Shani. So Ketu is the Chidrakarika, the ender. It is the planet of Tyag. Ketu doesn't want anything. Head nahi hai, heart hi heart hai sara. The problem with Ketu is that your free will becomes minimum in a Ketu period. Rahu period, you plan and execute. Shani period, you work hard. Ketu period, the worst thing that you can do is work hard. At times people ask me, sir, if I will do my karma, wouldn't I get rewarded? And I often question them, if you will sow your field in the bad season, are you going to grow any crop? The answer is no. So Ketu period is the only time when you should do minimal activity because Ketu doesn't like the activity. Rahu will want you to plan and plot and execute and expand. Ketu would say, Duniya bhad mein jaye, let's meditate. Okay. And Ketu is going to wash out a lot of your bad karma. Let's go to the next slide. So Ketu Mahadasha, I call it the pilgrimage. Because, and I'll use my personal example. I was the typical type A, arrogant HR corporate person. Oh, I manage a shop of 1,500 people. So many people salute me. I can call this, I can call that. I got hammered. In Hindi, I would say, मेरा औकात पता लग गया मेरे को. Okay, that a man is nothing. You go through a bad phase, you go through a good phase. And from that typical type A coat pant wala life, I have gone to my t-shirt pajama life in Ketu, and I absolutely love it. Now, one thing that often happens, and people who have started Ketu Mahadasha might be able to vouch for it. In Mercury Mahadasha, your brain worked like this. Cut. Ideas आते हैं. What an idea, sir जी. भाई क्या दिमाग तुम्हारा? In Ketu Mahadasha, people question, भाई दिमाग कहाँ है तुम्हारा? What happened to your head? You are not able to think. and you are absolutely not able to think. In Buddha Mahadasha, in Hindi, we used to say कि बहुत उड़ती चिड़िया के पर गिनता है. My boss used to say this about me. In Ketu Mahadasha, you put a chidiya in front of me, I won't be able to tell you if it's a kawa, chidiya, or a chicken. I was so confused. Yeah. The next line says unemployed, divorced, and happy. Can somebody tell me how this can happen? Anybody? Feel free.
They don't have
Okay.
interest to work.
Yeah, yeah. So I am yet to meet a private job employee who hasn't changed or lost his job in a Ketu period. Ketu is like Rajkumar, जेब में resignation रख के घूमता है.
Sir, I have actually renounced my job, and actually both all these three things are applicable to me. I am unemployed, but I'm very much happy. I'm
Yeah.
the happiest person on the earth, and
Welcome to the club.
yes, and I'm divorced. I had taken a consultation from you as well in 2018.
Okay. So honored, Hitesh. So honored.
Great.
And I'm so
Thanks.
happy that you are happy.
Yes, thanks.
Because, the most important thing in life is not money, not relationship, not health, not job, nothing. It's peace of mind. Lord Buddha, king, left everything for peace of mind. Lord Mahavir left his own clothes even. He was again a royal. Left everything for peace of mind. This is what Ketu wants. He wants only peace of mind, nothing else. और कुछ नहीं चाहिए. And often people with bad marriage yogas or divorce yoga in Ketu Dasha, they often get divorced. Okay. Now, you can Google Ketu Mahadasha. I have written an entire article. You will find it among the top 3, top 4 in Google first page. That's the article that made me a little popular. Okay. So a special mention I would like to do about Ketu Shukra and Ketu Rahu period. Okay. But so Ketu Shukra is really bad. I call it the hell on earth. Because Shukra is the king of good time. Shukra gives you everything good in life. Luxury, family, love, sex, fun. When Ketu comes to Shukra, it stops the party. Okay. And especially for Makar Lagna, Singha Lagna, Kumbha Lagna, and to some extent Mesha Lagna, people get hammered in Ketu Dasha, especially the males. I have often seen male natives being harassed and tortured by females. Somebody's wife tortures him, somebody's female boss tortures him, somebody's client tortures him. So that's a non-stop torture, especially from the female side. Once this period ends, a person is able to understand, okay, this is my limitation. In Ketu Sun, most people lose their ego. I lost my ego during Ketu Sun. We'll talk about it. Second point is Ketu Rahu. Now, Ketu Rahu is one of the most pivotal dashas anybody can ever have. Okay. Ketu Rahu, day 1, I was a corporate employee. Day 2, I was an unemployed nobody. These are two halves of the same thing. They never join, but they join only in your Mahadasha, Antardasha. So the old ends and the new begins. So I call it the celestial train accident. You don't know where you are going. I have only one prediction in Ketu Rahu Dasha. Your plans are not going to work at all. Whatever you plan will not happen. Whatever you plan will not happen. Okay. So I was day 1, I was a corporate employee. Day 2, I was an unemployed person. In middle, I was a digital content creator, blah, 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 blah. Trainer, teacher, everything. In the end, by the time it ended, I was an astrologer. Okay. Now, the biggest problem with Ketu Dasha is that being typical humans and typical Indians, we try harder. Rule number 1, Ketu Dasha, let go. Because the harder you try, the unluckier you get. Don't try. Look, imagine a saint has come to your house, a real saint. What is he going to tell you? is going to tell, okay, sit with me, meditate, let's do some bhajan, satsang, kirtan. And if you tell him, Maharaj, you sit here, I have a job to do, I need to go to my office, he'll say, okay, I'll give you a shrap, no job, no office. So don't try too hard. Whatever happens, let it happen. Jo aa raha, aan do, jo ja raha, jaane do. You are unable to continue in your job, resign. I bless the day I resign. Your wife wants to leave you, let her. Your friends want to leave you, let them. Because this is a pilgrimage, that's why I put this indicator as, Kailash Mansarovar. It's a very difficult journey, especially the first half. Ketu, Shukra, Ketu, Rahu, they break your spine. They break your ego. Ketu, Jupiter is when you realize that you are a soul, that you are beyond all this. In Ketu, Jupiter, I have seen people will pray 4 hours in a day. I used to do that. Been there, done that. Okay. So rule number 1, let go, calm down. Whatever is happening, very little you can do. The more you try to do something, the worse it is going to be. Yeah. Remedy and take plenty of rest. Plenty of rest. I often joke with my clients, it's the only time when you can do a lot of haramkhori and still be happy. Take plenty of rest, meditate, chill out. Most people complain of headache and lethargy in Ketu. It's okay, take rest. Yeah. You can do Ketu mantra, Ketu yantra, and you should pray to Ganesha, and you can also read Jain scriptures. Okay, that also, Jainism is a very Ketu religion. They renounce everything. Digambar Jains, they don't even keep clothes. Absolute Ketu. A Digambar Jain is the living embodiment of Ketu. A Digambar Jain monk. So doing meditation and especially heartfulness is very good. Heartfulness meditation is a very good thing. So that's about Ketu. Let's go to the next thing. Okay. Now Shani, I call it the dark night. Okay. So Shani, I call it the left hand of Shiva. Okay. I have written an article called Understanding Shani. You will Google it. You will find it among the first 2-3 in the Google first page. Shani has a motto. It says, "Duniya mein jeena hai to kaam kar pyare." Shani is the planet of hard work, determination, working out. So people say offer oil to Shani. I say offer sweat to Shani. Shani is the one who likes sweat equity. Okay. Now, while Rahu and Ketu are a little unidimensional in their results, Shani is a planet which can go from one extreme to the other. People with a first house Shani can have terrible Shani period, unless they are a Tula Lagna. People with the 4th house Shani are screwed. Somebody with a 10th house Shani is going to have a rocking Shani. Usually Tula Lagna and Rishabh Lagna have a good dasha. Mesh Lagna again at times. A lot depends where Shani is sitting in your chart. Okay. Now Shani is the Lord of Justice. Whenever you do some gadbad, Shani is watching. Shani is a judge. Shani is a Nyayamurti. The government courts can let you go. Shani won't let you go. Sooner or later, everybody has to pay. Okay. How Shani was born, I'll quickly wrap it up because we do not have a lot of time. When beings were created and they were, misusing the system, they became reckless. They did not behave. Shiva gave his punishing energy a birth, and he was born as Dandanayak Shani. Shiva is Chandrama when he is in a good mood. He is Bholenath. When Shiva wants to punish you, he becomes a Dandanayak Shani. Clear? Now, Shani and Rahu, I often use an example. Have you seen the movie Ab Tak Chappan? Anybody? Yes, no, maybe it's a Nana Patekar movie. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
So, you know, the gangster Zamir, he was absolute Rahu. Right? He's a gangster. Then he does Ab Tak Chappan, Ab Tak 5-6 Chappan, Ab Tak 56. Okay, you can Google it. It's a beautiful movie. It's a gangster movie. So Zamir is a gangster, you know, he'll dress very flashy, he'll talk tough. There is the other end of the spectrum, which is Inspector Sadhu Agashe, played by Nana Patekar. If somebody in Bollywood represents Shani characters, that is Nana Patekar. Most of his movies, he is a Shani character. Okay, and in that movie, he is an absolute Shani character. Okay? So there is a scene when Zamir calls up Sadhu Agashe to threaten him. You don't know me, I'm a big gangster, I'll get you killed. Sadhu Agashe replies, buddy, you have a gang of 150 people, I have 40,000. My police force is 40,000. We are going to bury you 6 feet deep. And then suddenly he becomes he. Sadhu Sahab, aap bura maan ge types. So that is the dance of Shani and Rahu. Rahu is hot air. ये कर देंगे, वो कर देंगे, मार दूंगा, काट दूंगा. He can't do much. Shani will keep quiet, but when Shani screws somebody, he is totally screwed. And we'll talk about it in the next slide. So Shani people, you will find them very quiet. Often Makar Lagna people, you will find them very quiet, unassuming. But you will find them often in places of power. And Shani is the shadow of Shan. Sun is out there for everybody to see. But the real impact of Sun is very minimal. He comes out and he runs everything. In astrology, Sun doesn't do much. He only has a 7-year dasha. Shani has a 19-year-long dasha. Sun doesn't make anybody very sad. Shani can ruin your life if you are not careful. Okay. So you need to be absolutely real in Shani. Okay. And you need to work really hard in Shani Dasha. Muthu, next. Okay. So the best representation of Shani Dasha is a handmill, chakki. Okay. I often tell my clients, Shani pani nikalega. You will feel like chakki mein pis raha hai. I'm being grounded in the handmill. Okay. So all work, no play. Shani is supposed to be a dull boy. Shani Mahadasha, you will find people always burdened with it. If they do not have work, they will create work. Because Shani creates an obsession for perfection. Shani in the first. Look how obsessed that person is with perfection. He is going to worry himself sick about very minute details. Okay. Often they are given a lot of load to work and they become a little slow. Shani is a slow planet, so you start to behave like Shani. You become a little depressed, a little cynical, a little slow. Okay. And unless you have a really good Shani, your luck is on chutti. Shani Dasha, you do all the work, your luck wouldn't work. You want to get a form fill, if you are in a Shani Dasha, I can bet it will take 3 attempts. Someday you will not find the clerk. Someday the printer will malfunction. Third time you might not find the pen. It will happen on the third time usually. Anything that will have to happen, wo ro dho ke hoga. Okay. And often I've seen people undergo humiliation and servitude. Somebody has a bad boss, somebody has a dominating parent, because Shani is a servant. He's going to make you serve, you like it or you don't like it. If you have a strong Shani, you become the prime minister, you serve the nation, but you still work 18 hours a day. If it's a bad Shani, you become a daily laborer, you still work 12 hours a day. Everybody has to work like crazy in Shani Dasha. Good Shani or bad Shani. Only exception 11th house Shani. Now, special mention Shani Shukra, I call it the king of bad times. Like we said, Shukra is the king of good times. When Shani blocks Shukra's party, life is tough. Many divorces happen in a Shani Shukra or a Shukra Shani. Second thing, often there is a lot of disharmony between husband and wife. Second thing, Shani Ketu. Now, Shani Ketu, let me tell you guys, Corona is a very Shani Ketu disease. Okay, these two were together when Corona spread. I'm not an expert in mundane astrology, just did my homework on this. Most of my clients who contacted Corona in the first wave were either undergoing Shani Ketu or Ketu Shani. And Ketu Shani is a very paradoxical dasha. Imagine a hard worker and a Jain Muni sitting together and both are arguing. He says you should work, the other one doesn't want to work. So on one day you will feel like I am going to work really hard. Second day you will be like I am not moving a finger. There's a lot of ebb and flow of energy which compromises your immunity and which compromises your sleep schedule. Shani Ketu people will wake up at all odd hours. One day they'll wake up in the 4 in the morning, other day 12 in the afternoon. Okay. Biggest problem of Shani is that Shani people often suffer from a tortured ego. They try very hard to impress other people. They try perfection to impress everybody, but they often end up torturing themselves. They often end up laughing stock. So it is better to keep your head down, keep working, and do not expect public applause. Log kya sochenge? That's the Shani problem. Shani in the first is always worried about his reputation. अरे मेरा क्या सोचेंगे? चार लोग क्या कहेंगे? Ketu keeps telling him, भाई चार लोग will say राम नाम सत्य है, nothing else will say. That is why Shani Ketu is such a difficult period. The solution is hard work, minimalism, less expectation, and justice. You assume if I have to do something, normally it takes 5 days, it will take me 8 to 10 days. I'm okay with it. I'm going to work my customer. Then you take up voluntary poverty. Okay. Shani would never be happy when you spend rupees 10 where you could have spent 9. Shani is suddenly going to choke your funds. So you run a very minimalist, sasta operation. Shani is super kanjus. You want to start a business with Shani, start small. You want to build a house with Shani, start small. It is going to take you so much trouble. Please do not go big unless you have a 10th or 11th house Shani. And be just to everybody. Okay. Now coming to remedies, worshipping to Shiva and Hanuman, it's very important. You should do a lot of hard work as much as you can. Offer Shani your sweaty quitty. Okay. And do charity. Again, charity you need to be very, very specific. Okay, that it goes to the right kind of people. Okay, Ajinkya, 9th house Shani, will talk about it. I have prepared a bonus section for people about the house of Shani. Okay. So, this one I would like to be interactive. Okay. Most of your problems in the life come out of the house of your Shani. House of Shani is your battlefield. Okay. How that happens? You are willing to do any sacrifice for the house where Shani sits. You need that house's approval. Anybody with a 4th house Shani, Meri mummy, I will do anything for my mother. I will do anything for my family. 9th house Shani, I will do anything for my father. वो जीसस क्राइस्ट वाला क्रॉस लेके चलते. Okay. Whenever the house of Shani needs them, they will happily climb the cross. 5th house Shani, मेरा बच्चा, Yeah. Top fourth house Shani, Abhijit ji, mummy boli shabash, my day is made.
Yeah. Anything for family.
Yeah. Family के लिए साला कुछ भी करेगा. Okay. Anybody with a fifth house Shani? No? Okay. 10th house Shani, Shweta ji, career में नाम कमाना है. Second house Shani, Chandra Kumar, lucky man. Rich man in the making. Yeah. So somebody said my Shani in the fifth house. Please ensure he doesn't climb a suli for his girlfriend. Okay. And then your first bacha. Third house Shani, Chota Bhai. Friend circle. Seventh house Shani, Mera Pati, Mera Parmeshwar. Okay. Now I will use an example of Lord Ram. You can see Lord Ram at the feet of his mother. Lord Ram had Shani in the fourth house. Life का सारा problem came from माता and family. मम्मी बोली जंगल जाओ. जंगल जाने का बात खत्म. रघुकुल रीत. फैमिली नाम खराब नहीं होने का. रघुकुल रीत. Then the Ramayana war happened. Brought back Ma Sita, put the poor woman through fire. Raghukul ka इज्जत. Then some god forsaken dhobi says something. The poor woman is left in the jungle. Raghukul ka इज्जत. You see the cross of Bhagwan Ram's life. That poor man lived and died a prisoner of Shani. That is the problem. फर्स्ट हाउस शनि सबका अप्रूवल. लोग मेरे बारे में क्या सोचते हैं? मेरी पब्लिक रेपुटेशन. सेवन शनि, मेरी बीवी, उसकी शाबाशी मिल जाए. मेड माई डे. So that is the problem when you are willing to do anything for that house. Okay. For example, I have a 9th house Shani. The photograph on my book is my father. See the connection? My father there says, good job done. Nirvana. Okay. The problem is the house of Shani is never going to do justice to you. House of Shani will always treat you like a sotela. 9th house Shani, you will climb the suli for your father. Father will still be in the favor of the other sibling. 8th house Shani will take in questions. Fourth house Shani, mummy. Fourth and first, I have seen a screwed life. Until unless it's a very strong chart, there is a problem. Now, what is the solution of this problem? First thing, the solution is the Krishna way. Okay. Krishna had a 6th house Shani. 6th is the house of which relative? Anybody?
Maternal uncle.
Maternal uncle, mama. Did Krishna seek mama's approval? No. He started his career by killing his mama. Right? 6th is the house of enemies, house of co-workers. Krishna's entire life is about his enemies and battles. One battle after the other, one enemy after the other. But Krishna never gave a damn log kya kahenge. When he saw that Bhishma is killing thousands of their people and Arjun is singing Suraj Bad Jatiya songs, he picked up a rath ka paiya and charged at it. Bola ye, this old man is the root of all evil. I am going to kill him and win the war today. He did not say, oh, log kya kahenge. Ram wouldn't have done it. Can you imagine Ram even yelling at a chacha, kaka, mama? No. Krishna took the chakra and charged at Bhishma, bole, isko thokunga main. Without thinking, he is the most respected man on the battlefield. Krishna didn't give a damn. He had to do justice to that house. Karna ko marwana hai. If Drona has to kill, if Dharmaraj has to say the untruth, he will make him say it because he has to do justice to that house. So how do you handle the house of Shani? Rule number 1, don't seek approval. They are never going to ultimately approve of you. They will always treat you like a sotela, and it is not their fault, it is your fault. Accept it and move on. Your father did not ask you to be born with Shani in the 9th, no? Your mother didn't say, beta 4th house Shani leke paida ho. You were born with it. So don't blame them. But stop seeking their approval. Number 2, do justice to that house. Right? That is the only solution, because if you misbehave with them, you will fall into guilt. Shani is going to kill you. You will become depressed. You will become even more servile. But if you do justice to them, if you take a principled stand, you will open the jails of Shani. Okay? 9th house Shani, you will find some of the best judges in the world with a 9th house Shani. How do you do justice? If the Shani ka khana wala person is right, you say is right. If it's wrong, you say is wrong. You have a 4th house Shani, you will have a very tough time saying, Mummy, you are wrong. 9th house Shani, you will have a very tough time saying, Dad, you are wrong. But you have to say it. When they are right, you should support them. Shani, don't be the lowest principle of Shani. Don't be a slave to that house. Be a judge to that house. 9th house Shani is Nyayadhish. You will find some of the best judges with a 9th house Shani. And they would suffer because of their father. Okay. If you guys have a dispute, bring out a 9th house Shani. A man with a 9th house Shani cannot do injustice to anybody unless his own father is involved. That is how a 9th house Shani, I've often seen them get redeemed. 1st and 4th, they remain running into them. So the idea is to be very just to them. Okay. So this was something which I accidentally discovered, and most of my clients loved me for this. So as a special gift and a special thank you to this group, I thought I will share this. So thank you everyone for listening to me. Now, any questions you can ask. My session is done. Thank you everyone. I'm open for question. Muthu.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much, sir, for interesting session.
Thank you.
So we will take Q&A now. We will allocate some 30 minutes. We have 25 minutes now.
Yeah.
So we can take that question. So you can type in the questions. It will automatically pop up here. So sir will take one after the other.
Welcome, Saraji. Moon Rahu Antardasha, when you will afraid moon darayega. I call it the horror movie. Okay. You will see, अरे ये हो जाएगा, वो हो जाएगा. Okay. होगा नहीं. It will damage would be only 20-25%, but it will scare your brain. You know, if it, I often say Moon Rahu is like going to the horror movie. Okay, watching a horror movie in the night, then going to the washroom with the lights on. That is Moon Rahu. A little khadak happens. You feel like, boss, mere piche hai chudail. There is no chudail. You need to keep reminding yourself, whatever I am afraid of is not going to. You need to keep reminding yourself. Yeah.
Thank you, sir. Thanks a lot.
Yeah.
So I got a question here. What are the observations of Saturn's aspect on different houses?
Look,
So
that's a
it's,
very long discussion. We can spend the whole night. So that's outside the purview of this.
Okay. So let me skip that because it is a long question. Okay. How will Saturn in 8th house? How to handle?
Saturn in the 8th house is tough. One, you would always have money issues. You will try to save money. There would always be some khurafat. Okay. Second thing, it is a combination where a person, I mean, I don't know if I should be saying this, it's a public forum, but you are very worried about your sex life. You seek approval there. Then Shani in the 8th, I have often seen people with constipation. Look, Shani is a conjuice, even the bodily waste, you won't let it come out. You will find people with piles. You will find people with sexual issues. You will find people with rigidity because they are so afraid they can't perform. You will find people with a lot of debt. So 8th house Shani, keep your debt minimum, eat a lot of fruits and vegetables. And save money in the name of someone else. That's your 8th house Shani. Next.
Is it correct that when Rahu Ketu in conjunction with any other planet, Rahu Ketu will give results of that conjunction planet? In their Mahadasha?
No. Rahu will boost that planet, Ketu will choke that planet. Okay?
Okay.
That's a very long discussion. Conjunctions are out of the purview of this, but Rahu boosts. Okay, Rahu corrupts. I'll give you a motto: Rahu boosts and corrupts. Rahu is a drug dealer. Okay, whichever planet sits with Rahu, that planet goes on cocaine. Sun Rahu, egomania. You want to find a politician? Look for Sun Rahu. Most of them.
Okay.
Shukra Rahu, string of affairs. Rahu Mars, fighter, ladwalo. Rahu Guru, corrupt intellectual. Rahu Moon, super afraid, depression. Rahu will put the planet on cocaine, whichever planet it is. Rahu is cocaine. Rahu Sun, egomania. शनि सूर्य बुध रिसर्च बहुत करते हैं रेशमा अग्रवाल जी. राहु जुपिटर मार्स, सिस्टम तोड़ना इसको. केतु जुपिटर, ज्ञानी आदमी, संतों का संत, गणेश योगा. Okay.
So please tell
Ketu
me about
Shani
Rahu.
is a tough combination. Shani wants you to own that house. Ketu wants you to leave that house. Continuous conflict. और अगर शुक्र साथ में बैठा है, डिवोर्स हो गया. Chandra Ketu, how are your anxiety issues? Okay, I think we should take questions through Muthu. Okay, Muthu, next question.
Yeah, please tell me about Rahu and Shani in the 11th house. I'm having Lagnam Tula.
Okay, good for you, man. Happy for you. Shani in the 11th, I've seen rich people. Rahu in the 11th, I've seen rich people. 11th and 2nd, they give you money, but together they create some conflict in that. You know, it's the gangster and the policeman in the same house. So always some khurafat keeps happening, and you might have trouble with the house of Ketu because Shani ka drishti bhi pad gaya. Such people have a tough time getting children. Often the first child is about it. Okay.
What is
Shani,
that?
Shani, Vrishabh Lagna, again depends. Good for you, but which house Shani? 10th house Shani, bravo. 4th house Shani, Vrishabh Lagna, you are less screwed but screwed. Ketu in the 8th, welcome to the club. रिसर्च बहुत करते हैं, ज्ञान बहुत है, पैसा नहीं बचता. डायबिटीज हुआ, पाइल्स का प्रॉब्लम है. 8th house Rahu, you should start some sort of a research. Focus that energy in some sort of an occult research. Happy for you that you are interested in astrology.
Sir, Sunny in 9th house on 9th house and Guru in 1st house in Lagna.
Look, we will not go, in individual charts. I don't think we have.
No. It's not an individual chart. How the Guru Parva, Guru's view will affect Sunny or will improve Sunny's performance. Sunny's
That's a very complicated. You know, the most complicated relation of all planets is Shani Guru. There is a saying which says, what Shani Guru do together, astrologers don't know, only God knows. The most unpredictable period in your life would be Shani Guru. If I ask you, was it a happy period or a bad period, you won't be able to classify. So again, lot of factors. Which house Shani is sitting? What's the Lagna? Whatever. Okay, so next question. Muthu.
So how do you survive in Ketu Mahadasha?
Do nothing. Chill out. Relax. जो हो रहा होने दो, जो आ रहा आने दो, जो जा रहा जाने दो. Do not swim, float. Become spiritual, become a sannyasi. Only a sannyasi can survive a Ketu Dasha. In my
So,
Ketu Dasha, I became a sannyasi. I'm happy. Liberated. Seek liberation. Number one compass for Ketu Mahadasha, look for peace. Between money and peace, choose peace. Between power and peace, choose peace. Between love and peace, choose peace. Whatever two options, always choose peace. Okay, somebody asked, so
You
that
would-
is how you survive Ketu. Somebody asked, Ketu in the 4th, Rahu in the 10th. Mirzapur देखे हैं? That web series. There's a very famous dialogue. Okay, if this gangster and his father wants him to come back to normal life, and he says, "What way I have created this house for you? इस घर के पेपर तुम्हारे नाम पे. I want to transfer the papers." And he replies, "You are talking about घर का पेपर? हमको पूरा शहर लेना है." So Ketu in 4th, सन्यासी at house, घर का सुख नहीं, भूल जाओ. प्रॉपर्टी जाएगा, मदर का तबीयत खराब रहेगा. 10th house राहु, करियर में इनकलाब जिंदाबाद. शहर तुम्हारा, घर तुम्हारा नहीं है. Okay. Shani in the 1st, I do not like Shani in the 1st. A person becomes very self-conscious, underconfident, approval-seeking, perfectionist. It's a pain. Until unless it's a Tula Lagna.
I have
Oh,
Shani
Shani
Mahadasha.
Mahadasha. Okay, happy. Thank you. I think it's a comment, not a question. Next.
How to make Ketu Dasha peaceful? I think it is also answered.
Yeah. So look for peace. Okay. Whenever you are given two options, there is a role. One is high risk, high reward. Dur se namaskar. Sir, you come to our company, we'll give to you. No, thank you. अपने को शांति चाहिए. Take 3 hours for meditation and reading. You will have fun. In Ketu Dasha, the moment you let go, you will start to have fun. Rahu Mahadasha gives transformation. Yes, it does, because once you are done with, you start Rahu with a lot of passion. Okay. By the time you read Rahu Moon, you become a messy person. Rahu Mars, you are able to redeem yourself. Of course, these three are the purifiers. By the end of Rahu Mahadasha, picture khatam paida adam. Those who had a good Mahadasha, they feel कि यार ये भी सब छलावा था. Why did I run after so much? Those who had bad, they're like, why was I so scared? कुछ खास हुआ नहीं. So it's like picture getting over. In Guru Dasha, you become very grounded, very happy, very satisfied. Guru is a very satisfied planet. So the Rahu greed gives way to Guru satisfaction. That is why Guru Dasha is called good. And another point, Rahu Dasha, most people lose weight. Guru Dasha, most people gain weight. Because they are so happy. Rahu in the 1st, you will never find a fat man. Never. Head hai, kitna kha le, pet nahi bharta. You can feed him anything, he will never get fat. Lucky gluttons. Okay. Okay, nice. Rahu, Moon, Mars sit together in 8th. There will be depression problem. Yes. But Mars is your savior, and beware of piles and anal diseases. Next.
Okay, what is this? Rahu, Jupiter, Moon. I don't know where.
Okay. Manic
Yeah.
depression, bipolar. एक दिन बहुत खुश है, एक दिन बहुत दुखी है. एक दिन पॉजिटिविटी का झंडा और एक दिन नेगेटिविटी का डंडा. Every day आज का विचार. Very difficult combination to handle.
Saturn in 12th.
Saturn 12th is a tough one. Saturn 12th is more of a social worker. Saturn 12th will, if somebody dies, please put your this thing on there. If somebody dies, Saturn 12th is the first person to go there in a white kurta pajama, but Saturn 12th can't hold on to a job. Saturn 12th, particularly if accompanied by Shani or Sun, I have seen drug addicts and alcoholics. Shani in the 2nd will drink, but he'll be rich. Shani in the 12th, it's more of a neighborhood drunk. If the chart is bad, it's a very difficult combination to handle. Yes, Rahu Ketu aspect 5th and 9th. 7th, they don't aspect because the other half is sitting there. Successful astrologer. Okay. Your
question.
2nd house should have something to do with Guru or Shukra either sitting there or aspecting there. If both of them are aspecting there, You will make a good astrologer. If Ketu joins the party, you will make an awesome astrologer. Ketu second, Shukra sitting, Guru ka drishti. Any combination of these three will make you a very good astrologer. Look, you make money from speaking second house. So Guru and Shukra are acharyas, right? Most of the professors' charts you will find these two sitting together. So when they aspect your second house, you get Vaka Siddhi. Neeraj, first half is bad, especially Ketu Shukra and Ketu Rahu. Okay, next. So guys, we have like 10 minutes left. Okay, so if you have any questions, just what happens if you all the bad boys conjoined in a house? Cannot happen. Rahu Ketu are always separated by 7 houses. My uncle is an astrologer, and some funny astrologer in Haridwar tried to hagofy him. He created a chart with Shani, Rahu, Ketu together. And my uncle was like, at least know the basics. Shani and Ketu and Rahu cannot be together. हाँ, Shani Rahu tough combination, Shani Ketu tough combination. After Ketu Dasha, how soon will things reverse? Depends how good your Shukra is. Okay. And first 9 months of Shukra, anything can happen. Shukra Ketu Dasha Sandhi can screw you. Worst Dasha Sandhi is Shani to Buddha. The first 9 months of Buddha, last 3 months of Shani, there is a storm. Tufan aata hai. Similarly, Ketu Shukra, 9 months, lot would happen. After 9 months, once Shukra takes over, and if Shukra is good on your chart, life will be good. You know, you start to feel better. Ketu Dasha, you dress like a sannyasi. You know, your clothes are a mess, your dadi is a mess. Most Ketu Dasha people have seen them grow a beard. But Shukra Dasha, suddenly they have this, you know, fancy haircut and everything. Then I know कि हाँ Shukra चालू हो. Leo ascendant fourth house Ketu, no. This is okay to marry. If you love the man, marry him. Marry the man, not the chart. And यहाँ पे I would like to tell one thing, okay? And I'll share this especially with the females on this one who are not yet married. Who is the god who they ask you to worship in order to get a good husband? Anybody?
Lord Shiva.
Lord Shiva. Why? Technically speaking, from today's standard, Shiva is an unemployed drug addict. Yeah?
Correct.
He is poor, homeless, drug addict, unemployed.
He
Why
gives
Shiva? Why not
equal
Vishnu? He is the
respect.
king.
Equal respect to his
Close,
partner.
pretty close. We'll come to that. Good answer. Now, the problem is Vishnu is the troubleshooter, Vishnu is the king, Vishnu is the chaliya. Okay? So far, so good. He's a rich man, king, sone ka mukut, everything. But whenever Lakshmi misbehaves, Vishnu punishes him. Sita बना के छोड़ दिया, राधा बना के छोड़ दिया, and all that. Okay? Lakshmi is Vishnu ka dasi, she sits at his feet. Yeah. Gauri is Shiva ki ladli, she sits in his lap.
Sir, that is
Talk
the
about
Nareshwar route.
Yeah, there is Ardhanareshwar. Then Vishnu will punish Lakshmi like this. Shiva will never punish Gauri no matter how bad she behaves. And for the record, Gauri has a world record in behaving badly, because when Gauri becomes angry, she becomes Mahakali, killing dudes by the millions, eating raw elephants. But still Shiva loves him so much, he falls at her feet. Right? That is the love of Shiva, and that is the kind of love that Rishi Munis told women to find in men. Don't marry the job. Don't marry the money. He can lose his job, he can lose his money, but he should love and respect you. Body mar jata hai, what, even if your father dies, what do you say? Body le jao. Shiva carried her burnt body in her hands. If that is true love, there is nobody who even comes close to it. The problem today is people are looking for Vishnu. Shiva is not in demand. That is why you have all these problems. You marry your Shiva, somebody who can handle your Mahakali, you will be happy. Because sooner or later, every wife will turn into a Mahakali. Better marry a Shiva. Or somebody who loves and respects you like a Shiva. Okay? Yeah. Next.
So they say what you get in Rahu, you lose at it. Is it
That's
true?
too much of a generalization. Okay, because I would say you lose the greed for it. It is not that you will lose everything. Moon Rahu, a few problems can happen, but it is not that if I've created a house, I'll have to sell a house. No. But suddenly my obsession with the house will decrease once I get into Guru Theek. That is how it happens. Okay, this is a personal one. I don't know. My wife is listening, so. Okay,
let me
so
skip.
Ketu Shukra, Dasha Sandhi, I fall very ill. My wife and I, we had very bad fights. Again, I became a sannyasi living alone in the house. And beyond that, I cannot speak. I'm still not out of Dasha Sandhi. So I need room to sleep in. Okay? Next. Rahu in 5th, Saturn in 8th aspect. Rahu, is it good for learning astrology? Until unless you do not have, anybody can learn astrology, but do not predict. Saturn aspecting 2nd house, Saturn and Rahu in the 2nd house, whatever wrong thing you will tell will become true. Good prediction will not come true. Venus Rahu in 5th house, how many affairs did you have? And how obsessed are you with your first bacha? And how's your stomach? Take good care of your stomach and don't spoil your bacha. Moon Shani in the 4th house, plain se bolo Jai Mata Di. Person is not emotionless, they have difficulty expressing emotion. And मम्मी अगर शाबाशी नहीं दे तो आज का दिन व्यर्थ गया, जीवन व्यर्थ गया. How Rahu and Chevy combination impacts?
I think Mars, Chavai, they mentioned as Mars.
Okay.
Yeah.
Rahu Mars, angry young man. If you have a 6th house Rahu Mars, they will fight till the bitter end. Rahu is Dev Senapati. Sorry, Rahu is Rakshas Senapati. Mangal is Dev Senapati. Both Senapatis together, angry young man. 1st house, 2-4 case chalta hoga if that's a man. 6th house, Shatru Hanta Yoga. 8th house, piles. Wherever that is, usually there is some struggle in that house. So good to have if you are an athlete or a fighter or somebody who needs to get into a conflict like a lawyer or something. Otherwise, no. Shani in the 2nd, overall joint family. And you need a lot of money. खाते में पैसा है, एंट्री होगा, एग्जिट नहीं होगा. मुट्ठी रोक के. But if a close relative wants, you will spare some money. Sunny, Mercury, Ketu, sweetheart. Who is the sweetheart? You are such a lovely person. I absolutely love you, bless you. You are a Sant Atma, continue working. What placements would give strong intuitive powers? The mother of intuition, Ketu Chandra. Vinay Sheshadri, Rahu Mars in Lagna, very, very angry young man. Okay. Ketu Chandra, I have clients who can see spirits. Ketu Chandra, they get something, some sort of sensation which other people don't understand. In cricket matches, they say, "Dekhna, agli ball pe out hoga," and the person is invariably out. It's a good yoga to have, but then once your intuition is open, you can get bad kind of energy as well. So one should be careful about it. True node, mean nodes, out of syllabus. Next. Saturn Ketu in 9th, Mitra Dosha. What happened to your father? Very complicated relationship. But you are a Dharmadikari. Ketu Mahadasha, which half is bad, 1st or 2nd? Ketu was given head of a snake by Lord Shiva. You saw that picture, I hope. All the poison and bite is in the 1st half. Ketu Shukra, Ketu Rahu, you get hammered. Ketu Sun, you get humiliated. 2nd half, Ketu Shani is tough. Rest, Ketu Buddha is good. Ketu Guru is very good. Spiritual bliss you can taste in Ketu Guru. Rahu Jupiter aspect on 8th house. Yes, because 2nd house Ketu, 8th house Rahu, people often research astrology. I have an 8th house Rahu Guru. Ketu and Rahu stars. You mean nakshatra?
I'm not sure what they mean actually.
Yes. It's nakshatra, yes.
Look, nakshatra is a very different science. Okay, there are very few people who actually know nakshatra. There is only one authentic book by Parash Trivedi, 27 Celestial Portals. Everything else is a rehash of it. So, and that's a very different topic, not related today. So I wouldn't want to comment on that. We are only left with 4 minutes.
Yeah.
Dasha Sandhi and brief. Okay, good question. I would like to answer this one. Dasha Sandhi is like handover takeover. Okay. Whenever a new CEO is coming, old one is going, your life is being handed over. And those in corporate jobs know how messy it is. The old guy says, नया वाला काम करेगा. The new one says, पुराने वाले ने किया नहीं. Yeah? So, there is a lot of turmoil, especially when a good Dasha Sandhi has to start. When a bad boy is going, he is going to give you some last final lessons, especially Shani. Okay. Because, you know, in Ketu Dasha, Ketu played football with you. Now Shukra will say, okay, I'm going to come, this person is going to play cricket, he is going to hit 6 and 4s. So, but in order for that, you have to change the field of life from a football ground to a cricket ground. You have to cut the grass, build the pitch, remove the goal post. So all that is like a tufan. Okay, people change their jobs, people change their cities, people even change their spouse. Often, almost always, they change their job, often a line of business, because a totally new life would start. I hope that answers. Rahu Guru, again, the first 9 months, lot of turmoil. I call it the storm. So it's a stormy period. Ketu Shukra Dasha Sandhi, again a difficult one. First 9 months, be alert and do not take pangas, especially with your wife and females, particularly for men. Ketu and Mars conjunction, yes, Ketu and Mars is an angry conjunction. Okay, Ketu, when Ketu is in a peaceful mood, he is a Jain Muni. Okay, when Ketu gets angry, he becomes a Naga Sadhu. Both are nude, both are spiritual. Okay, but when he becomes angry, he becomes Naga Sadhu, and angry Ketu is more dangerous than Mars. And you will find a lot of Mars Rahu, Mars Ketu for some reason is a very rare combination. And often Mars Rahu, what I've seen is they set fire to something sometime in their life. वो भले दिवाली पे कुछ कर दें, they at times burn up their crops. Whatever they do, at least once in their life, they do some Agnikand. So that's a dangerous one. Rahu in 9th, Ulta philosopher. Your mummy says, pray to Bhagwan. Why should I pray to Bhagwan? Aarti karo. Why are you waving light? Ghanti bajane se kya fayda? So Ketu 9th, especially if you have a bacha with Ketu 9th, I have always seen rebellious intellectuals. Often in their life, they will turn atheist, and later in their life, they will start to work a dark deity, somebody like a Kali Shiva and often Sai Baba. And particularly Guru Rahu in the 9th, typically you will find Sai Baba back. Okay, Rahu in the 9th is a very funny placement. I often say 9th house is the Dharma Sthan. Imagine, and Rahu is a gangster. Imagine Dawood Ibrahim in Haridwar. Now you do the math.
Yeah, we are already out of time. So
Yeah. So,
let's stop here.
Sir, one question, please.
okay, I'll take this last one. And you guys can go to honestastrologer.com
Yes.
and you can send me emails on honestastrologer@gmail.com. I'll see if I can answer a few.
Sir,
Okay.
one question is, sir, how the Lord, like Rahu, Shani, Ketu, or any of the planets, they work according to the Lagna Lord. For example, if Saturn is exalted
Mhm.
or Rahu is exalted,
Mhm.
there is a difference of opinion. Rahu is exalted in Taurus or Gemini. Suppose
Rahu is exalted in Gemini.
Okay,
Okay, let me tell you why. Very good question. And I'm very happy that you mentioned it. Let me settle this debate once and for all. Okay. Rahu is what? Khopadi?
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
Which sign has Khopadi?
Gemini.
Gemini. Do Khopadi, Rahu fits in between. Okay. Then second thing, Taurus is an earth sign, most stable of signs.
Yes.
Rahu is planet of chaos.
Air.
Can't create chaos. Third thing, Taurus is Guru ka ghar. Shukra is Rahu ka Guru. Right?
Okay.
You want to have a party, you will have it at your teacher's house or your best friend's house.
Best friend. Yes.
Buddha is Rahu's best friend. You will find a lot of scamsters with Buddha Rahu together. So that is why he is happy in the chaotic sign of Gemini. Air sign mutable, absolute chaos. Rahu is very happy. Number is jhuthe log.
Sir,
Mithun is the liar Rashi.
sir, my second part of the question is,
Yeah.
for example, Rahu is in Gemini
Mhm.
and Lagna is, for example, Pisces.
Mhm.
I'll take your point. Rahu is exalted in Gemini
Mhm.
and it is in fourth house.
Mhm.
And if the Lagna is Pisces, for example, or Rahu is in
Okay.
Taurus in
Hold
third sign.
on. I know where you're going. How will Trump Rashi every time? Repeat after me. How will Trump Rashi every time? Say it.
House will trump Rashi every time. Okay.
Okay. I would rather have a Neech ka Shani in my 10th house than have a Uch ka Shani in my 4th house. Okay. People are very happy. My Shani is exalted. Arey Baba, it's sitting in your 4th house. Your mother is going to make you miserable. Okay. So because the Lagna keeps changing every 2 hours. Shani sits in Tula for 2.5 years.
Ji.
Lagna changes every 2 hours. So house over Rashi every time. Give me a Neech ka planet in a good house.
Sir,
I would rather have a Scorpio moon in the 10th than a Taurus moon in the 8th. Yeah.
Sir,
सर
one
मैत्री से
question.
कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता कि अगर लग्न जुपिटर का राहु एंटी है फॉर एग्जांपल या और अगर लग्न वीनस का हो
वीनस का लग्न में शनि गोज इजी.
हाँ जी
Okay, वीनस का लग्न में शनि गोज इजी ओनली. But again, if you have a Mesh Lagna 10th house Shani Madal Tov, I would choose that instead of a Tula Lagna 4th house Shani.
Sir, one question here. You didn't mention
Thank you,
that Saturn in the 12th house, in the Makar Lagna or the Kumbh Lagna. What will be the weightage of that Saturn place in the 12th?
Okay, good one. Shani will screw his children more. Shani is a bad father. Makar Lagna people have the most terrible Shani Dashas.
And in Kumbh
Makar
Lagna,
Lagna people get absolutely screwed in Shani Dasha, especially if it's sitting in the bad house. Kumbh Lagna will have a tough Shani Dasha. Who has a good Shani Dasha? Tula Lagna, Vrishab Lagna. Kyun? Because they are children of Shukra and Shani is their godfather.
okay.
Shani never got love from his own father. Son hates Shani, right? Who
Yeah.
loves Shani? His godfather Shiva. वो शनि को वही गुट्टी मिला हुआ. He is a very good godfather, a horrible father. I am a Makar Lagna, got hammered in my Shani.
Okay.
Huh? So Shani is a good, great godfather.
Okay.
Terrible.
So,
Makar Lagna people make very harsh fathers.
so just to add to that, what about the 12th Jupiter Lagna? 12th Pisces
I
Lagna?
say it's a mixed baggage because Shani becomes your 11th house lord. So it's a mixed baggage.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Okay.
What about Ketu in 6th or 12th house?
Wherever Ketu 6, you become a sannyasi. Okay, imagine a sannyasi moving in different houses. Okay.
And in 12th?
12th house, it's moksha yoga. All the lena dena khatam, all the losses khatam, all the karmic relationships khatam, but also pleasures of the bed khatam. 12th house, Ketu, I have often seen either of the parents be difficult or absent and a very difficult first marriage. Ketu in the 12th is moksha yoga, len den khatam, but Ketu is going to put through a ringer before that happens and he allows you to go to moksha.
सर सॉरी इंटरप्टिंग, वो पिछले क्वेश्चन से एक क्वेश्चन और याद आया सर. राहु केतु योग कारक कब बनते हैं?
There is no such thing as a Yog Karak Rahu Ketu. For Yog Karak, you need to own at least 2 Rashis. Even Sun and Moon cannot be Yog Karak.
Okay.
Okay, let us stop here. We should.
Yog Karak for Shani Lagnas.
We should have a respect to your time also. So it's already 5 minutes late.
Thank you. I was having fun. I had so much fun.
Sir, just one question. Do you teach? Do you also teach?
No, I don't teach. Thanks to Muthu, I'm facing the camera. You won't even find my photograph on the internet.
Yeah, actually.
Do you blog?
Saw you for the first time here.
Do you blog? Do you write blogs?
Oh yes, honestastrologer.com
Yeah.
is my website. You can go there. I write a lot.
Yeah, I would
Okay,
recommend
sir.
everyone to go to that website. Lot of good articles with lot of humor you can read, and you can also get in touch with him for your personal queries.
Yes, very nice, sir. Very nice.
All
Sir.
right. Thank you.
for the
Thank you,
valuable
everybody.
session,
Love you
sir.
guys. You were a great audience. I'm so honored, Muthu. Thank you so much. I'm so
Thank you
honored.
so much, sir. Yeah,
Namaskar.
yeah.
Bye-bye.
Awesome sense of humor. Thank you.
Thank you, Muthu sir.
Thank you, sir.
Vijay sir.
Thank you,
Thank
sir.
you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Great